When I was in high school, I constantly dreamt of college. I realize in exactly this moment that was extremely privileged of me, and I'm sorry, because it was assumed that I was going to go. And in all of the moments where you might be putting together collages of things like 17's prom dresses edition or wedding dresses, I was constantly collaging PB teen catalogs for dorm room inspo. That was, typical cool girl stuff. That was very important to me. I wanted to believe that there was this space, there was like this future destination where I could be my real self in some kind of like controlled environment, which I don't know how I thought college was gonna be that, but there was like this imagined perfect room that I would be able to design myself and it would be mine. After a brief detour in community college, which is basically like, I don't know, probably how it feels to like if the Sorting Hat puts you in Hufflepuff, brief stint in community college, I finally got to university, and a lot of the tropes that I'd kind of been training myself for and rehearsing and watching all these, like post-grad movies about post-grads experiencing ennui, I was so ready for it already. I was like, please, yes, let me be sad after school. I was so ready. I was pumped to be sad. And when I finally got to college, I found that because I went to USC, a lot of those tropes turned out to be true. I was not disappointed. One of the tropes that I found to be delightfully untrue was all the ideas I'd been taught about what girl culture is. Because I took a very fluffy route and I went to the film school there, I got to do things like take an improv class for school and like pretend to be Jello for credits. I don't know. There were some bonuses, definitely. God, I will never forget. There was the writing class, writing for art class that I took as a general elective. The intro assignment was write a 5-paragraph essay on what is art, and I immediately dropped the class. I was so mad. I took intro to business. I was so mad. Which I excelled at, thank you. I now work for a co-working space, so did pretty well. So one of the things I found to be delightfully untrue was that of what I encountered was with girl culture and the way that I met girls and reacted to girls and the way that they treated me was much kinder than what I expected and much more. It was really, there was a close sense of bonding, and I think the film school protected me, I think, from a lot of what I had seen. So when I got to my improv class, I had started taking up smoking in secret to feel cool. I think I wanted to feel like Margot Tenenbaum. And so I took up smoking in secret, and I wouldn't tell anyone, and I assumed that no one knew. But every single time I would do this, I would go straight from smoking at the top of a parking structure into improv. And I would sit down next to this girl named Mallory. And I know later on, because I asked her, I know she had figured out that I was a smoker because I would smell like cigarettes, even though I vehemently denied smoking of any kind. Thought I was very intelligent, cool, intellectual, all those things. And one day, she and I were in class, and the teacher, who was a real treasure, introduced us to a game called Family Secrets. She's like, all you have to do is get a suggestion from your audience of what a family secret could be, and then have family at the dinner table. Have a dinner with one or all members of that family knowing that secret. She's like, could I get a suggestion of a family secret from the audience? And in deep, unfailing, singular unison monotone, Mallory and I both said, Mom's an alcoholic. That's trauma bonding, my friends. Both of us knew better than to turn to look at each other, but we knew that we were bonded for life in that moment. One of the tropes that I did find to be true was that of the frat party. I don't know, you guys probably all know because we live in Los Angeles. Just about any time you see a college or university in a movie, it's USC, especially if that movie is about frat partying. Neighbors, the movie about like frat houses battling for their right to party, that was us. Most most of those tended to be true. And on my very first Halloween night in university, I was alone. I was very, very, very excited to be dressed as MTV's Daria. So tight. Yeah, black skirt, black combat boots, not a sexy length of a skirt, hit well below the knees, an olive green zip-up hoodie, and just a long wig and glasses. So real fantasy mode. And I realized that when I walked into this party, first the bouncer prompted me, was like, "Are you Hermione?" Which was cool. And walked into this party and realized everything that I had heard and seen and read was all true. I walked into this like multi-level frat house. It was covered in UV lights, which were probably not a great idea because there was a couple in the corner just fucking. Yep, good for them. In retrospect, good for them. At the time, frightening. I was young, and because I had not yet seen my friends at the party, I kind of just had time to wander, and it felt finally like that loneliness I was just aching to feel. Really felt like it fulfilled the trope. But then after about like 25 minutes of that, I was like, I'm fucking lonely. When is this done? Been here for 25 minutes. Where are my friends? Finally, I reconnect with my friends. I finally find all of them. Everybody's like, drinks up, cheers, yeah. And then the party gets shut down. The cops come, all the lights turn on, and the first time that happens, there's really nothing like it. It's like seeing that one fun house at the carnival that's broken down, and you can kind of like sort of see that nothing in there is worth your time anymore. And everyone just feels gross all of a sudden. And so I get a text in this group of friends. They were fine, but they weren't like they weren't really my tribe or anything. I hadn't really found yet who it was supposed to be. And I get a text from one of my improv class friends that says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing right now." So I go to another party that I'd been invited to. And I see my friend Mallory there. And she's in a black skirt, black combo boots, an olive zip-up hoodie, and glasses. She didn't go for the wig. It's fine. True fan here, just saying. And we make eye contact, and we start talking. This was the first time that we'd ever hung out outside of class. And today, I just left the house that we're in together because she is my roommate to this day. Thank you very much.